learn how to do a printer check-in. It's the same for pretty much all our HPs. You need mainly one thing to check these in, and then to get it ready, you're gonna need two things. So check in, you're gonna get a D plug, you're gonna plug it in, turn it on, pretty self-explanatory. The power button's on the front. And then the other item you will need at the end is going to be a printer cable to USB in, and a USB that goes into the printer. Looks a little different. We ship these with every printer we have. You're going to let this boot up, and at the same time you're going to go around the printer and look for any damages, obvious damage. Dented in from transport, a little misalignment here and there. It's not too bad, but anything we should note. You're going to get these back doors on some of these printers that are kind of split sometimes, and these get punched in. So check those. A lot of the times they'll throw errors when these are dented in. First thing we're gonna do is you're gonna hit OK, and then you're gonna go to reports and hit OK again. And we're gonna start with a demo page. And this is gonna be a common error you get. And all you gotta do is you gotta come into the back of it. You're gonna turn off the printer, and it's gonna shut down, have it reboot again. Some of the time that is just a software issue and it's not a big deal. You just reboot it and it fixes again. Sometimes it will throw more errors, and if that's the case, we're gonna set it aside, diagnose it later. And from this point, it's gonna have me probably reset up the printer when it throws that error. We'll have to go through initial setup real quick, which isn't too hard. This time it didn't do that. So again, you're gonna go to reports. You access the menu by hitting OK on the home menu when you see the toner icon. And I'm just gonna start here with the demo page again. You're gonna get that, and you're gonna hit OK again. It's gonna go back to reports. We're gonna print out another one, and that is gonna be the supply status on this one. Then again, you're gonna hit OK again. You're gonna go to reports, and then you're gonna do usage page. Now on some of our other HP products that we use a different page for telling the usage. But on these, the 452, the 477s, all the different variations of the 452, we use this usage page. 477 is the same. And then from there, we're gonna see each page. We're looking at, see if the color's good on here. We're looking for any lines that you'd see in the printer or splotches of ink. You could look on the back as well. After that, we're gonna take these and we're gonna print two more sets of these right here, the usage and the supply. Back again to reports. We're gonna go down to usage and supply status. Again, you're gonna hit OK, it's fine, it doesn't have to go back to the home screen. Once it's spit out the page, you can hit OK, and then we'll go back to this menu. Same thing, usage. And then the last thing you're gonna do, we're gonna go back into service, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a restore defaults. You're gonna hit OK. Now it's going to restore the factory settings on there. So any network settings that the client previously configured or that we configured is going to be reset to default. And that will make it ready to go once it does that. In the meantime, you're going to go around to the back of the printer. You're going to take the stock code, and at the top of here, you're going to write the stock code on this. This is good for two things. If you're doing a batch of check-ins like I am now, I don't have to go to each printer and then back to the computer. I could just do the whole line. And you're just gonna go through them on each page. And it's also helpful when you package this printer out. Sometimes you can't scan the code, but you have the stock code written on top that you could just do as you're checking these out. And then what we'll do is we'll go up here to the computer. So we're gonna go from here. You're gonna hit on FileMaker and do Command F. You'll click on the serial number icon if you don't know the lease number. Or you could take your paper that you just wrote, and that's going to bring us to this page here, and that's going to show us here when it was returned. We have these on here. It was 219. It's going to be a 10, 30, 23 return. Down here, you'll throw in return. On your usage page, you're going to want the total impressions, which is 6826, and then we're going to want the color impressions, which is 4842, and that's the only thing you're going to need on this page. Same goes for when you're checking these out. We're going to show our copy counts, and our total impressions always go first, which is 6826 on this return. And then you put a slash in, and then we're going to put our color here, which is 4842. And then you can go down the line, and we're going to do that for black is going to be returned at 80. And then the next one is going to be 40, so on, and so forth. Printing, if it's, you know, crazy excessive amount, you would just go ahead and on the side here, you would make a note right here, just something that they can go in and check. You'd also do the same for if there's any damage on the printer, you could put in that into that section. Any extra notes the billing team might need to know. If there is damage on the printer, you would go ahead and take pictures and then send it off to someone up front.